evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. And how is everyone doing on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon? Thank you for taking your time to join us here on Health Talk. Health Talk is a part of He Cares Training and Education Center, where yours truly, Dr. Corbett, is the program director, and Dr. Deidre Willis is our program manager. Here at Health Talk, we provide you with health education and health information regarding various health topics and health issues and concerns. Again, we thank you for taking your time to join us this afternoon. We have been away for a few minutes, working on some things, and we're excited about what is about to take place with He Cares Training and Education Center. And we're just super excited and grateful for the things that are about to take place. Um, but before we actually get into our actual podcast for today, I want to do just a couple of brief announcements that we want to do. And one of the things is one of the things we've been doing behind scenes. We've been working on what we call He Cares CEU Academy. Now, He Cares CEU Academy. Our motto is we believe that education transforms care. So, what He Cares CEU Academy is all about, it is where compassion meets continuing education. So, what we really do, we provide you an opportunity if you're a healthcare professional and that you need continuing education hours in order to maintain license or to maintain certification. eCare's CEU Academy provides you with the opportunity to earning CE uh, continuing education hours through various training. We use evidence based. We have an interactive and engaging platform for you to utilize. Most of all, it is convenient and you can use it at your own pace. And at the end of the course, you will obtain these continuing education hours that you took the course for. Uh, so the link, as you can see, is on the screen. So you can go there and enroll in one of those several classes we have already up and running at this time. We're looking to do some more, but we do have a couple of that are up and running at this time. All right. Another item we want to talk about that we think that you will find very interesting, very useful, is a book titled "Thrive: The Art of Living Well." It is your simple blueprint for lasting health, energy, and joy. Now you can purchase this particular book by going to Amazon Books, and you will be able to purchase that book from there. So yeah, head on over there to Amazon Books uh, and grab your copy of the book. Okay. All right. Those are just a couple of brief announcements we want to bring to you before we actually get into today's podcast. I think it's a podcast that you might find interesting. Of course, as you know, on this podcast, we do provide you the opportunity to ask questions and you can receive a response in real time. So, if you will, if you have a comment, question, or concern, you just feel free to go ahead and type it in the comment section, and we will see that and we will give you a response in real time. Okay? So, again, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get started with our podcast for today. And the topic that we're going to be discussing is what's really in your food. All right. So, welcome. As I said, welcome to Health Talk. Uh, this is the podcast to help you take control of your health, one conversation at a time. As you know, I'm your host, Dr. Corbett. And today we're talking about something that affects every single one of us, and that is the food that we eat. Yes, the food that we eat, it affects each and every one of us. And we're going to have a discussion about that on today. So, what's really in your food, that the hidden ingredients that could actually uh, be harming you instead of doing you some good. So, I hope that you will stick around to the very end and that you will find this information that we're going to be presenting, that you'll find it to be very useful and what have you, okay? So, what's in your food? What's in there that can have an impact on our health? And I'm grateful and glad that you asked that so that we can go ahead now and we will uh, get started with that. All right, so let's see here. Get my slides together and we will get this to rolling here. All right, just bear with us here while we try to straighten this out. We're going to get started here in just a quick moment. Again, thank you all again for joining us here on Health Talk, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us here on Health Talk. Now, the first thing we want to get talked about is why is our food so stuffed with stuff that doesn't even belong in it? So why do we have all this food and stuff uh, that contains ingredients that are not healthy for us? So why? Why is that so? Now here in the United States, the average person consumes over 8 pounds of food additive every single year. Over 8 pounds of food additive every single year. Now, these are things like artificial colors, preservatives, emulsifiers, and flavor enhancer. And while some of these things are considered safe, there are some of those that, leave us to have some question about. And in some countries, some of these ingredients that we're going to be talking about have actually been banned from being in the foods that you consume. So it gives us something to think about. Okay? So let's say, for instance, take a look at your favorite box of cereal. Might be Fruit Loops, Honey Nuts, Frosted Flake, whatever. Take a look at your favorite cereal box or snack and look at the label on these items. And you will find a list of ingredients that almost or basically looks like a chemistry experiment rather than something that is edible. So today we're going to break down the top hidden ingredients to watch out for and what they do to your body. And we're going to provide you with some better option to choose from. Okay. So first thing we want to talk about, we're going to talk about high fructose corn syrup. Okay. Excuse me. This is found in things like sodas, sauces, salad dressings, and even in some breads. This high fructose corn syrup is found. This is a cheap sugar substitute, and it has been linked to things such as obesity, insulin resistance, and fatty liver disease. It is a highly processed additive, and it will cause a spike in your blood sugar that is significantly high. So you want to watch out for those ingredients, that particular ingredients, high fructose corn syrup or HFCS. Like I say, this is found in things such as sodas, sauces, salad dressing, and even some of the bread. And it is a cheap sugar substitute. And you want to also look out for things such as corn syrup and glucose fructose syrup. You want to watch and look at your ingredients for those items as well. Now, the next one we're going to talk about here is artificial coloring, such as red 40 or yellow 5, etc. These artificial coloring. These are bright little additive that have been linked to hyperactivities in children, people suffering from allergic reaction, and even cancer has been linked to this in some animal studies that were done. Now, Europe requires that there be a warning label on them, but here in the United States, they're still everywhere. So basically, what's saying Europe, has on the ingredients this warning about these artificial colors, but in the United States of America, there is no warning label. It would just specifically say artificial color, artificial flavors, things of that nature. So you want to watch out for that particular ingredients of artificial colors. And these items are commonly found in things like candy, soda, kids cereal, and snacks and things of that nature. So you want to be careful and watch out for those things as well. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is monosodium glutamate, or MSG. I'm quite sure a lot of you have heard of MSG before. Now, MSG is a flavor enhancer. It enhances the flavor of foods that it's in, and it's particularly found in things such as chips, potato chips, canned soups, those frozen meals, those quick frozen TV dinners, and things like that. And they're found in a lot of the fast food that you go out and purchase as well. While while MSG may not be dangerous to everyone, it can trigger things such as headaches, nausea, palpitation in those individuals that may be sensitive to MSG. So if you're suffering from a lot of headaches all the time, or being nauseated all the time, or having palpitation, it may be due to MSG. But again, have that discussion with your healthcare provider regarding this matter, such as the headaches frequently, the nausea, and the palpitation, as it may be related to something else other than MSG. But again, have that conversation with your healthcare provider. Okay, please do that. The next thing we're going to talk about is trans fat. Now, trans fat, or particularly hydrogenated oils. Now, even though the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, has banned artificial trans fat in 2018, excuse me. So as of 2018, the FDA has banned trans fat, or partially hydrogenated oils. It has been banned from food, from being added into food. But still, there are some processed food that still contain a trace amount of these trans fat. And these particular trans fat can raise your LDL cholesterol and increase your risk of heart disease. So one tip you want to look out for when you're looking at those ingredients, if the label says 0 gram trans fat, but lists partially hydrogenated oil, put it back, because that is the same as the trans fat, but it's just been under a coverted label. It is part of trans fat. So again, if that label on the ingredient says 0 trans fat, but you also see on that label where it says partially hydrogenated oil, it is the same as trans fat. So you want to try to stray away from that. Like I said, it's the same thing. It's just been given a coverted name. The next thing we're going to talk about is sodium nitrate. Now, excuse me. Sodium nitrate is used to preserve meat, such as bacon, ham, and the slices of deli meat that you get from the deli when you do a sub sandwich or something like that. There, these contain sodium nitrate or nitrate. Now, when these particular nitrates are cooked in high pressure, the nitrate can form a particular compound called nitrosamines. Now, this particular compound that has been formed from these sodium nitrate that are cooked through high temperature, it has been linked or associated with cancer. Uh, the World Health Organization, or WHO, has labeled processed meat as a group 1 carcinogen. So now, not all nitrosamines have this effect, but according to the World Health Organization, some processed meat have this particular uh, compound in it, and it has been classified as group 1 carcinogen, meaning that it has the potential of causing cancer. So you want to be careful when you look at your labels. Again, look at those things like high fructose corn syrup, or anything glucose fructose syrup. You want to look out for those. You want to look out for things such as artificial colors. You want to look out for MSG, monosodium gluconate. You also want to look out for trans fat or partially hydrogenated oil. And you want to look out for sodium nitrate. All of these are some harmful ingredients that are found in the foods that we consume. And remember what I said, that there are some countries that have totally banned these particular items for being in their food items that are consumed. So it's something to think about. If one country has banned them, then why is the United States continuing to use them? It's all part of a marketing strategy, to my own personal opinion, to get us to consume more. Those flavor enhancers that are associated with the MSG. It gives it a rise to our taste buds and just have us craving and wanting to consume more of these things. So it's something to really really think about here. Okay, now I know that life is busy, things are moving fast, everybody's at fast pace, and I get it. We're all busy, and convenience often win. The quickness of taking that TV down and popping it in the microwave, or the quickness of running through a fast food restaurant and grab something on the go right quick. Like, I get it. But what is considered convenient today could cost us later on in terms of things such as chronic disease like diabetes, autoimmune condition, heart disease, and even some mood disorder. So is the convenient really, really, really worth it when in the long run it increases our potential or the likelihood of suffering from some type of chronic illness, such as diabetes, like we said, and heart issues, cardiovascular disease, strokes, any type of autoimmune condition, lupus, and things of that nature, or even mood disorders such as depression and anxiety and things of that nature. So we really want to think about it. Food is not just fuel for the body, it is also information for your body. Every bite sends a signal to your cells. So every time you consume a particular item, it's sending a specific signal to your cells. And what are we telling our bodies with the ingredients we are choosing? So again, go back to that 5 items or ingredients that we talked about. What are they doing to us that will affect us in the long run? So a couple of things that you and I that we can do to help is, first of all, read the ingredients. read the ingredients, not just the nutritional facts on labels of food, but you want to read the ingredients. So, along with the nutritional facts that you're reading, make sure you're also reading the ingredients that are in that particular item that you're eating. Now, if it has more than 5 to 10 ingredients or ones you cannot pronounce, then you might want to pause and reconsider purchasing that particular item. And the second thing that you can do to help with this issue is you want to start buying more whole grain food or food that are minimally processed. It has not been processed a lot. You want to buy whole food or foods that have not been processed that much. You want to think about things such as uh, fresh fruits and vegetables. Think about whole grain items. Think about nuts and seeds or clean proteins. Okay, instead of the processed food, use minimally processed food and think like we say about whole, nutritious items such as fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grain, nuts, seeds, or clean protein. You want to stay away from those things like processed meats and chips and cookie and all those things of that nature. You want to try to stay away from those. So these are some things we can do to help improve our health overall. The next thing you want to do is instead of going out all the time to fast food restaurant buying item and using those frozen TV dinners and things of that nature, start cooking at home. I know, I get it. I get it again with the society being so fast paced and not enough time in the day to do this. You don't work 8 hours, some 12 hours, and come home. You're extremely tired, and it's convenient for you to just get a dinner or to stop by the fast food restaurant and buy your quick sandwich or something like that. I get it. I really get it. But I'm encouraged in us to start cooking more meals at home. You can also do some pre-prep. In other words, you can cook enough and prep and put this food in storage. So all you got to do then when you get in and it's late and you're tired, you can just take your pre-prepped meal and just warm it up. Okay. And again, when you cook more food at home, you are in full control of what goes into your food. Like I said, when we buy these foods from these processed items, we don't know or we don't have the full understanding of what all has gone into that food to make it taste like it tastes and to make it enticing to us to want to purchase it. So think about considering cooking at home more. Also, you want to start thinking about using more organic types of food, uh, especially we're going to talk about something called the Dirty Dozen. But you really want to start thinking of organic. I'm with you. I'm with everybody on the idea that yes, organic food is more expensive. I totally get it. Trust me, I get it. I promise you, I get it. But if we can start moving toward purchasing more organic items, and remember, these organic items, they're and not all organic items that say they're organic are organic. Okay, some of them are still man manufactured or processed in some way, but true organic food, they are grown without using any type of synthetic pesticide, any type of synthetic fertilizer or other prohibited substance. And when we say synthetic, we're talking about man-made or not naturally in its nature or in its origin. So you want to be careful with that as well. So in talking about, I mentioned about the Dirty Dozen. Now the Dirty Dozen is a list of 12 fruits and vegetables that contain high levels of pesticide residue, according to analysis done by the Environmental Working Group or the EWG. So, and these consist of things such as strawberry, spinach, apple, grapes, etc. These are not saying that they're not healthy, but they contain a high level of pesticide residue. So you want to. That's why it's important that you clean your vegetables and fruits real good before consuming them. And as I said, there's a list of the dirty dozen. There's strawberry, spinach, kale, nectarine, apples, peaches, cherry, pears, tomatoes, celery, potatoes. Yes, I get it. I get it. I get it. But these are supposed to be healthy. Yes, they are healthy, but it's a warning sign or a prompt to use more organic strawberry, more organic spinach. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Instead of those one that has been used some type of synthetic pesticide or some type of synthetic fertilization with these dirty dozen. That's basically what I'm saying. Uh, Try to choose more of the organic types of these 12 items instead of using the ones that have been chemically altered with synthetic pesticides and synthetic fertilization. That's basically what I'm saying. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is what we call the 80-20 rule. So, what it's basically saying, the 80-20 rule is basically saying 80% of the time you're going to be eating nutritious, healthy type of foods. And then that other 20% is kind of a reward for being good, if that makes sense. So the 80-20 rule, again, is when you consume 80% of your food that is consumed is healthy eating. And then you can have 20% that is less healthy eating the majority of the time. But your main focus is going to be on making healthy choices most of the time while allowing some occasional treats or indulgence. In other words, rewarding yourself for being good 80% of the time. Take 20% of the time to reward yourself, and don't indulge when you're rewarding yourself. Don't take it overboard and indulge yourself because you've been doing so good. You really want to watch out for that and be very careful with that. Okay? So, again, one of the things we want to let you know is I want to leave you with this thought here, and that is your health is your wealth. And what we put into our body, what you put into your body, matters more than a lot of people realize it. Because remember, I said back earlier that food is not just fuel, it's information. So the foods that we eat, the items we put into our body, it really matters because it has an effect on the body. We may not see the effects of it right then and there. It may be months, it may be years before the effects of these items begin to manifest. But why take the risk? Because your health is your wealth and you are in charge of your own health. We can only provide you with the information and uh, evidence-based resources, evidence-based material, and evidence-based information to allow you to make that informed decision regarding your health. So we provide you with the tools, but it's up to you how you use those tools, whether you're going to just let them sit there and rust, or you're going to put those tools to work, such as going out now, paying more attention to my ingredients that to the ingredients that are in the foods that we are consuming. Not just reading the nutritional label, but I'm going to start looking at the ingredient labels. Also, we're going to start buying more whole type food instead of uh, so much processed food, and gonna start cooking a little bit more meals at the house. Gonna start doing some pre-prepping our meals. We're gonna start choosing more organic uh, items and things of that nature, and we're gonna apply the 80-20 rule into our everyday life. Meaning 80% of the time, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to do the right thing, and then those 20%, I'm going to provide myself with a slight reward because of the 80% that I kept going on. Okay? So, again, I want to leave this with you. Your health is your wealth. And remember, what we put in our body, it matters more than a lot of us think. And that's what we're doing here on Health Talk, trying to make you aware of that, creating a sense of awareness. Okay? Now, the good news is that every small change add up. That's what I was trying to say. Every little small change you make. Maybe this week or next week, I'm going to start paying more attention to the ingredients in what I purchase instead of just my nutritional fact. And then maybe the following week, I'm going to cut out as much of the processed food as I can, and I'm gonna start buying more whole food, start consuming more whole type of food. And then the following week after that, I'm gonna start doing meal prep, taking small steps. You don't, I know change abruptly can cause a lot of anxiety and tension, but these small changes adds up over time, starting to read those labels, starting to cut back on processed food, starting to cook more. Baby step, not doing it all at once because I understand because we've been doing it so long to we don't want to put our body into shock by just dramatically or drastically making these changes. Small changes, small progression, small progression lead to greater improvement because after all, your health is your wealth, and you cannot forget that. No one is in control of your health better than you are. You are the master of your own health. Okay? Every little small steps add up. So it is important to know that every little small step makes a difference in your health and well-being. Okay? All right. I am so glad that you were able to join us here on Health Talk today. I appreciate you coming and joining us here on Health Talk today. All right, so start taking and becoming more aware of what's really in your food, and you will be on the road to improving your health to a healthier and happier you. Because remember what I said, your health is your wealth. And we're here to provide you with this information so that you can make informed decision regarding your health and well-being. Your health is your wealth. Again, thank you for tuning in here to Health Talk with yours truly, Dr. Corbett. Unfortunately, Dr. Willis is unable to be with us on this podcast today, but she is very active in helping to make sure that we keep this podcast and this information being presented to you, our listening audience. All right. Now, if you found today's podcast to be helpful, please, if you're watching on Facebook, what have you, YouTube, Twitch, please take a moment and share this information with a friend and leave us a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are on about what's been presented in this podcast today. Dr. Willis and I would love to hear your feedback. Your feedbacks are very valuable to us. We take these and we use them to make improvement to the podcast. We use them to help us to come up with topics to discuss on the podcast. So your comment and your feedback, they are valuable, and we do appreciate every single comment you make. We try our best to get back to you with a response as quickly as we can once you leave those comments or the questions you may have to ask. We try to get back with you on those as quickly and as promptly as we can. So again, if you found today's episode to be helpful, or there was something that was mentioned in this episode that resonated with you, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, share button, and let's get this information out to as many as we possibly can so that we can help to make a healthier and happy, not only us, but a healthy and happier community. Your health is your wealth, and we cannot emphasize that enough. That's why we appreciate you coming here and joining us on Health Talk, because your health matters. Okay? We appreciate you again. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Let us hear from you. Let us know what resonated with you in this podcast today. I'm sure there was something that was said that you could find to be beneficial, or something that you have already started the process of doing some of these things on your road to a healthier you. Just leave us a comment. Please leave us a comment. It is very important to us. And also make sure you hit that like button and that share button. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you hit that subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notification when we upload new material. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube health channel, please shoot on over there, and go ahead on and subscribe to our YouTube health channel. We will appreciate it very much. We're on our way to something great, and we want to take you on this journey with us. All right? Again, thank you so very much for joining us here on Health Talk. And our topic today was what's really in your food. We're talking about those hidden ingredients that could actually be harmful to your health. All right. God bless you. And thank you so much for joining us here on Health Talk. Health Talk is a part of He Cares Training and Education Center, where yours truly, Dr. Corbett, is the program director, and Dr. Deidre Willis is our project manager. We appreciate you. We appreciate you to the highest, and we thank you. Help us to make this something great, and that we can provide the community with information that will impact the entire community and start help making a change to becoming a healthier individual, because a healthier you is a happier you. And until the next podcast, God bless you. Don't forget, hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next podcast. God bless you, and heaven smile on you. God bless.